What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? This is I, James, RedoptionAgency.com, 23 years selling full time on eBay. Why is it that no matter how many times I use a camera, I never know which direction to go if I'm looking at the picture? I notice over time, though, I'm not the only person that does that. Who still gets left and right confused. Well, it's Monday morning. Hope you guys had a good weekend, whether you worked, played, or whatever you did. Hope it was fun and enjoyable and good sales and all that hoopla that comes with being a reseller. Figured I would look at today's numbers, see where, or the weekend numbers, see what happened, see what we did. We can look at some things that sold. And I don't know, maybe I'll throw out some, let's see, like, if you don't know, I am keeping every day tallied on a notebook for all year. This is going to be an all year running thing. So not just a month by month basis. And I keep, here's my, I'll break down my columns for you on what I'm doing. So I'm basically keeping track of everything that's net positive, everything that's coming out of the business, and keeping track of averages and how many items I list every day. So at the end of the year, I'll be able to tell you exactly to the penny. I might be off because if I sometimes have the dyslexic thing where I write the numbers backwards. So they won't be perfect probably, because I doubt I can go all year perfect. But that's what the accountant's for. This is just for me. And I'll be able to tell you how many items I listed for the whole year. So right now today's the 13th, but we go step one day back because we're just starting the 13th. So 12 days into the month. So the first column is my big eBay store, my main store. Second is the new store, the clothing store. Third column is Poshmark. Fourth column is YouTube. Next column is PayPal. And then we've got the negatives. We got Pirate Ship, because that's what I use for shipping outside of eBay. First Community, which is my business bank account. And then Capital on Tap, which is my business bank card. And that's all I need to know. So I go in at each one every day and write down what I made or what goes in or what comes out. So as of the 12th, I am a positive $3,394. And that's an average of $283 a day. So $240 is my average to make all the bills. So I'm technically, $42.87 positive with play money or whatever the case may be. And as of right now, we got 1,300 items listed. And then as I talked about yesterday, starting the organizing project. That's my feel good. That's like my motivation right now to, it's what I'm clinging on to go, let's go, right? To not get distracted with social media and things like that. I'm using that organizing project because I want to get it done as soon as possible. But I'm planning on it taking the full year, right? So, because I don't want to stop listing. I want to still average 100 items every day while doing this. And then what it allows me to do too is pull anything that eBay has mysteriously ended for me, which I know is pretty consistently by using InkFrog. I can see things ended that I didn't end. So I know it's a pretty common, almost daily occurrence that eBay just ends listings for no apparent reason. So getting organized, getting things I've been wanting to do forever done. So let's go ahead and start with the clothing store. See what we did for the weekend. All right, so we got the 10th, through the 12th. So yeah, not pretty this weekend because my numbers kept going down, down, down for some reason on this store. $658 down 43% this weekend. So that really sucked. 51% selling cost, so that's up a little bit. $284 down 61% from the previous 3 days. So I don't know what was going on this weekend. It looked like they shut down overnight. As of like an hour ago, or half hour ago, I only had like $36 between both accounts. But that's a normal thing on Sundays. So we'll see if it's going to be a bummer Monday, I believe, like last Monday, or if it'll bounce back. 35 items sold over the weekend, down 34%. Average price per item, $19 on this account, down 13%. And top 5 for the weekend: t-shirts, Major League Baseball. I had a sporting good bag, hoodies and sweatshirts, and hats. Let's see what's sold. We got the hats here. Yeah, I've only sold one thing since like yesterday. So $14 is all I've made so far. 8 hours into the day on this store. So hats from yesterday. An Airbrush magazine, some pants, more hats, t-shirts, wallet. Christmas stuff still selling. Christmas sweatshirt. Some slip-on Crocs. Some floral pants. And that's the bag that I sold. You guys already saw all this. So not much on the weekend at all. You can see here, ever since Thursday, I've just been kept going down, down, down. So that's something totally new on this account, to just go down so drastically like that. So as you can see, it's been pretty bullish for the most part. And I noticed the other account has that bull effect too. So that's kind of odd. We'll go check that out now. So we're at $67 over here now. So you got that bull effect going over here too. And it's still kind of going. A little more broken up. So let's see how we did over here. Let me put in the other website. So over here, $1,406, up 36% on this store. 52% selling cost. $583 net sales, up 30% there. 137 items sold, up 25%. Average sale price per item, $10.26, up 9.1 there. So up over here, down over there. Top 5 for the weekend. Stuffed animals made the top 5. Just for the weekend, though. DVDs and Blu-rays, vinyl records, cassettes, and CDs. So that's kind of cool that plush made it into the top 5, even if it was just for the weekend. I'm up to 99.8% over here in this store. So that's kind of cool that that popped up a point. Point. I went ahead and tried a couple of auctions. This item is like a promo thing from a radio station, Westwood One, and nobody had this one up, and there was like 52 people wanting it on Discogs. I'm like, all right, let's try auctions. Now, this is an item I expect to have some views on it, because 52 people wanting it on Discogs usually entails that you put it up for auction, you're going to do pretty well. But I don't trust auctions anymore. And this, it says I have one question on this. I must have just got it, but it's not showing me any views. And that's what I don't trust about eBay in the auctions. So apparently somebody has, unless, yeah, I guess it was for this item. And why hasn't it showed any views? Here it says people are checking this out. 3 have added it to their watch list. But it's not showing me that I have any views on the page. So, we'll see. I'm curious to see what it'll go for. Hopefully the auctions won't let me down. Some of the stuff I listed yesterday. Let's see what's sold. Oh man, I had this pressure in the back of my head from sinuses overnight. It still hasn't dissipated. Normally when I stand up for a long time, it'll start draining and stuff, but it's still there. I'm going to go shove some medicine down my throat. All right, we got normal suspects over here. This is one thing that all right, so if you don't know, if you didn't watch last night's video, I am changing up storage area. So when I'm doing it, I may be changing like the SKU number. And the theory always is with eBay's, no matter what you change, it gives the item a little boost because it's showing, I don't know, it just does. This thing's been in my store forever. I changed the location yesterday, pulled it out of a big box, put it into a small drawer because it's real small and thin, and it sold. So that kind of plays off that theory. Is it coincidence, or is there something to when you change the SKU on something that does help give it some traction a little bit? This gives it a little bit of click, something, I don't know, whatever, however you base that up. So the fact that that's been in my store forever, I changed the SKU yesterday on it and moved the placement, and it sells. You can take that as coincidence, or there is something to actually changing this SKU. So we'll see if that trend continues. Some cocktail sticks with lighthouse on them. 8-track. I like finding these just like international type of CDs that you don't know what the hell it is or what kind of music it is, but yet you can put it up for a good price. It's over $20. Asha Diwar. I ain't gonna try to pronounce the rest. Some cassettes, CDs. Another vintage photograph. I still got a whole box of photographs I got to get listed. So I came in and bought a lot of my Album Network CDs. Some DVDs. Yeah, there's some more of those they bought. $18 a piece, but they're buy 2 get 2 free. So finally sold one of these Monster High secret lockers. I bought like 5 or 6 of these things, all different colors. I think I've sold 2 so far. I may have 3 left, I think. The found this one glove, left hand only glove, and I sold it. I think I accepted an offer for $5 on it. I'll sell anything. I don't care. One glove, done, sold. I'll put anything in my store because you never know. Alice in Chains Facelift, great album. There's like 2 bands I really like from the grunge era: Mother Love Bone and Alice in Chains. Everybody else is like, meh. Soundgarden may come next in line, but not really even that too big into some of the early Soundgarden. I like better than the newer stuff. But Alice in Chains and Mother Love Bone are my top 2 by a long shot when it comes to the grunge era music. I'm thinking about starting. So I do starting the reaction videos on the reselling thing. But my other love is hard rock and heavy metal music. And I used to be I was the person who read all the liner notes, read all the metal magazines, right? And I've just been so disconnected from music forever because I just sell it and I just throw on Spotify. And if somebody posts something new in one of the groups I'm in on Facebook, then I'll pull it up on Spotify and go, oh, let's check this out. I'm thinking about doing some reaction videos to some metal videos out there, people doing metal videos and talking about hard rock and heavy metal. So I thought about doing some reaction videos to something like that and putting in my 2 cents and stuff on them too. So if you like hard rock and metal, keep an eye out for that. I might do something soon. So my discs onlys are selling. So the normal suspects over here. I'll check this. I did list something different for my store and for me. Like I always know I've got tons of small toys, but I've always looked at small toys as being a pain to mess with, at least when it comes to listing. Because a lot of it I have to Google Lens it, and you'll see why. But I put up a bunch yesterday. The way I'm doing it now with my new way of thinking, like I kind of found the way I used to think when I started the business, right? I didn't look at things as what they are. I looked at it all as money. It wasn't a pair of shoes, it wasn't a shirt, it wasn't a CD, it was just money. When I look at things like that, I don't put those blocks in my head thinking, oh, I don't like listing these, or oh, I don't like shipping these. No, it's money. Go, go, go. So next in line was a box of small toys. And as you can see, I had a baggie full of accessories for the little action figures. So these I had to Google Lens each one to find out how people had them listed. So I got a bunch of weapons that I listed from G.I. Joe, Robo-Links. The ones I couldn't find anything on, I just put action figure, gun, vintage accessory. So another set of fishing lines out into the world of buyers, right? Something that I added to my store that I've always here and there added little toys, but never really just went full bore. I'd always do a few, throw them aside, do a few, throw them aside. This time I just went full bore into them. So I got some My Little Ponies up, just some figures, Little Mermaid Flounder, and a bunch more weapons. A broken GoBot. More weapons. Oh, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Some McDonald's toys. So more weapons. Fred Flintstone, more ponies. And this stuff will be easy to ship. This is the other auction because this was a vintage Marks toy. Again, it shows no watchers or no page views, but it's not showing any watchers on this one. And the only one that came up was a repop. So I couldn't tell if this was another version of repop or if this is an original because the color was different than the repops. So I went ahead and put it up for auction since I couldn't find anything on it. So this is the other auction I decided to give eBay a shot with and see if it will work. But this one I don't know if it'll get any bids or not, just because I don't know if it's a repop or original. So we'll see. It's just a little bitty figure, about that tall. 4 inches or so. So a lot of weapons. Some little Shopkin baskets. Star Wars toys. Manuals for a car stereo. Some knitting needles. Basketball. So a bunch of just discs. All right. So that's today. That's where I'm at. All right, I'm going to take me some headache medicine, some sinus meds, and hope to get this pressure dissipated. Because it's killing me right now. All right, well, I think that's it. I was looking for a video to react to today, but I haven't nothing come up yet that I could see. So just thought I'd go ahead and do my Monday video first, and maybe I'll stumble across something later today. So, all right. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are not, and thanks everybody. And I gotta get to work, so I'll see you all in the next video. Later.